Okay. Let's see who's there. Marquez first, Paul second. Paul is improving now in the first sector. And I think, let me see, his T2. Oliveira improving. Paul is not improving in the second sector. Mark Marquez neither. Quartararo 40.2. Sorry. Marquez is not improving. Viñales 40.1. Mir 40.1. The Honda is looking a lot better here so far. Let's see how it goes. Maverick Viñales improving on the first. Paul is doing also good luck. No, he missed the fourth sector. Roberto Gil, ¿qué pasa? ¿Cómo estás, tío? Muy bien. Estamos aquí siguiendo esto de Montmelo. Tengo que enseñar muy poco porque si no me lo cortan todo. Márquez, ¿eh? A ver, está manteniendo un ritmo de bueno, ¿eh? Esta segunda tanda está muy bien. Se ha pasado toda la mañana ajustando cosas y ya pidiendo cosas, ya no solo lo que me encuentro, sino ya empezando a hacer la moto a lo que tú necesitas y lo que tú necesitas en el momento en el que estás, porque al final el hombro es la articulación más compleja del cuerpo y sobre todo gas, freno, todo en este brazo. Si Quartararo ha bajado a 40.0 y Márquez está rodando en 40 bajos también, ¿eh? Márquez ha dado 3 en 40 bajo. A ver. Quartararo viene mejorando. Let's see if Quartararo is gonna make a gap or not. It's pretty soon in this session, so we're gonna see if that's a good start or if it's really the winning rhythm. We'll see now. Oh, Quartararo missed the second sector. At least it's a good time anyway, but it's not like a lot faster. Viñales improving in the second. Now Quartararo is improving in sector 3. Let's see how. Morbidelli 39.9, the first 39. ¿Te acuerdas cuando te comenté que Fabio tenía muy buena pinta? Hacía un montón, sí, ahora mismo es el number one, ¿eh? Ahora mismo Fabio está intocable. Vamos a ver, Morbidelli mejora en el primero. Espérate, porque las Ducati aquí, a ver, porque luego te hacen una vuelta muy buena y se colocan bien arriba y luego cuesta mucho pasarlas, porque hay la recta larga y aquí en Montmelo también hay mucha recta. O sea que tienen esa ventaja, pero aquí las Yamahas, si se hace una primera línea de Yamahas, que pudiera ser, ahí sí que se puede dar que se escapen fácilmente. Y si se fueran las 3 Yamahas, porque Viñales no está lejos. Marc, tengo mis dudas, pero ya está más cerca, ¿eh? Eso es evidente que está más cerca, ¿eh? Marc ha entrado en boxes ahora, Marc. Vale, pues nada. Pues sí, ahora mismo Quartararo, the best the best one in the moment. Ahora mismo es el mejor. A ver. Morbidelli. ¿No? 39,9 Morbidelli. Pero no parece que vayan a bajar dramática. Y con Duro atrás. Hmm. A ver, Miller viene dando una vuelta buena en el sector 1. Mejora también en el segundo.
Brakes from such high speeds. It's a 1 kilometre long straight into that tight turn 1. It's just caught him out there, Franco Morbidelli. So last time out, Morbidelli in Mugello, regardless of that early incident with Marc Marquez that ran him off the track and dumped him last. Nowhere near did he have the pace to ruining in the front group. Played by a mystery vibration for the weekend, is what he said. He could never really shake it off, the vibration, coming up with a better phrase. So obviously at the moment, it's not a problem, which is thankfully carried on over here in Catalonia, because he's going gangbusters right now. In front of Morbidelli, any session, any scenario where he puts that Yamaha, the two-rod Yamaha into the top three, considering the circumstances, how much the level has moved on, how much the equipment has moved on, particularly from the latest spec Yamahas. Kudos to Morbidelli, brilliant stuff. Nakagami here on the course to lift himself up a place or two. He's currently down in 16th overall. He moves up 2 places to 14th. He's only half a second away. In the background, here comes Miller. He moves up to 14th as well. The Ducatis and KTMs at the moment just seem to be struggling in that final sector. Yeah, Binder this morning had a nightmare in sector 4. He was last in that force, 4/10 of a second in that sector alone. That's what he was losing. So clearly where the KTM man needs to pick up some rhythm. 9 podiums in his last 10 visits to his home circuit here in Catalonia. He has quite the record here. It would be
So,
surprised, would it?
what's your bet? Who do you think is gonna win? ¿Quién crees que va a ganar? Mi porra, a ver, es pronto, pero ya entre lo de la mañana y hoy.
Yeah, he did say yesterday as he drops anchor and the left boot to try and stop into that turn number 10. Of course, it was right there a couple of years ago on the old layout where Jorge Lorenzo caused a fair bit of chaos, I think it's fair to say. When he lost the front going in there, Marc Marquez had avoided the disaster, having just passed Andrea Dizio, not so lucky. That were Dovi, and the 2 Yamahas of Rossi and Vignali as well, clattered by Lorenzo. Marquez, they're coming this weekend, the result completely immaterial. It's all about him working his way back to some semblance of full fitness and certainly strength in that recovering right shoulder. Just got to get the kilometres, get the seat time to build back, not just his own confidence, but there's certainly more to come from the Honda as well, because as we've seen, Alex Marquez is having his woes. Taka Nakagami 3 times in 6 races now. Nakagami's failed to see the point scoring places, and every time it seems like he pushes, he bites the dust. He was a faller beyond Becky 1 and 2 in Mugello last Sunday. Here's the replay then of Morbidelli just trying to get the bike squared up, ready for turn 1, but the back end was kicking around, snapping away viciously, and in the end sitting it up to over the green. He's back out at the moment, still out there on that hard rear tyre. Another good lap actually coming in here from Morbidelli.
Viñales está en box, Quartararo está en box.
So across the line there for Franco Morbidelli, 40.5 for him.
Paul está cerca, ¿eh? Están
comfortable out on circuit just yet. Yeah, he's still less than a tenth of a second away.
18 en un segundo. 18 en un segundo.
Morbidelli from Quartararo. Vignales in 4th place, of course, getting accustomed to working with his route crew chief, Silvano Galbacera. Malaysia Spargo was that quickest man this morning on the Aprilia, just climbed back into the top 10 in this session. 42.55. This is the rider style comparison coming out of turn 10 and just flicking it into turn 11. Maverick Vinales on the Monster Energy Yamaha. To bounce back after crew chief change as well. And he put some recent gremlins to bed and himself back on that podium. Marquez as well with that great record around the circuit. Thomas Spargo, a rear shock change according to Simon Craiglar. He's headed back out on the circuit. These guys don't have long to try and figure out what they want to do before time attacks will start coming in. Pretty good rhythm that, didn't it, for Maverick Vinales?
See you, Will. Hey, hello, bro. Nice to see you here. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Marquez is a lot closer. Marquez is closing the gap. Is every time closer. It's only 2/10, and he have time in this session to keep improving. The Honda is looking good because Paul Espargaro is also fifth, 2/10 away, only 2/10. The three Yamahas are looking pretty good also, Morbidelli, Quartararo and Vinales. And here the Suzukis are kind of the way they spend the tires. So in the race distance, they are very effective because they spend the tire very well. And maybe Ducatis are more aggressive at one single lap, but they spend more aggressively accelerating and braking the tire. So yeah, long time I didn't see you. Very glad to see you, man. Yeah, a lot of work, and this is my passion, but I do not always have the time to spend enjoying racing. Last week we had a terrible situation with the death of the 19-year-old Jason Dupasquier. It was very similar than when Rossi killed Simoncelli. It was the same type of accident, the same way, and even when they were with the pilot on the floor, probably they already knew it. Because this is the worst situation that it can happen. Someone is in the floor, someone is approaching full throttle, and once you see that you can't avoid it, you push all that weight to the front part of the bike and you hit him among the body and the helmet, and this is super ugly, and this is the most dangerous sport in the world. This is a real mastery on risk managing.
Much tougher to adjust and adapt to that RC213V that he was anticipating. I think anybody was anticipating. Honda certainly were hoping for more from their new signing. You have to expect a number of riders, pretty much every rider in Moto GP, at some point is going to outbrake themselves into turn 10. Yeah. It is a slightly different layout. It does require an adjustment. You can't take it the same way as you used to. When you're trying to find the limit, you're bound to go over that at some point. You need to find your optimum line. So I don't think they're going to be the last riders we see going a bit heavy into turn 10 this weekend.
Yes, it was a nightmare. I'm super... I don't know what's happening with that. Okay. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. 19 years old is super young. It's super young. It's not fair. if God exists, and I am sure He does. There are some unfair things that Morbidelli is trying with the hard option, and he sticks with the hard option. Quartararo is trying medium. Marquez is using rear soft, which I don't know if it's now they are getting closer to the time attack. So we will see exactly.
This particular moment in time that Valentino Rossi has found the setup change that he desired.
Wait a moment.
M1. Nakagami's down in 15th place.
That's it.
And he's 3/10 away from third.
Okay.
3/10 between 15th, which would be a point on Sunday.
Okay. We're gonna try that. Let's see if they cut us off. But I think it's easier to watch it that way. Let me see if they cut us off if we do it this way. Okay? We'll see. Last week I'm happy because Rossi finished 10th. Yes, Rossi is having a hard time, really. It's not gonna be easy for him because the Dupasquier case, it shows that in this sport you have to risk your life, because you only have to remember the accident that happened last year when a bike running wild and free just went through Rossi very close, and it passed through over Viñales. I mean, that was a risk of death, and it can happen. There's a lot of risks. So I think Rossi is not because it's too old, but because it is too rich. Why he should take that kind of risk if he had everything, he won everything? But you know, it's personal decisions. Those are personal decisions. Okay, so less than 20 minutes to go.
I wonder what impact that will have on the atmosphere down there as well. He was a popular character, Esteban Garcia, well liked by his peers inside that garage as well. So it's going to have an impact on those guys too. Miguel Oliveira, having made that mistake into turn 10, has got things going again. Medium front soft rear, he's been out on for the majority of this session. And two riders are out there with that tyre combination right now. And that's him and Marc Marquez. Across the line you go, and it's another 140.6. Just under 20 minutes left of this session. Morbidelli fastest from Quartararo, Marquez, Viñales, Polispargaro, and Mir, Zarco, Oliveira, Aleix Spargaro, and Lecuona. The factory Ducati riders are yet to really show their colours. That's the biggest issue for them, that they are down in all sectors, but it's sector 4 in particular where they are losing quite a bit of time. 0.3 of a second lost in sector 4 for Pecco Bagnaia. Yeah, you need an agile.
Viñales improving in the first. Let's see.
That's something that Ducati huge strides in those areas in recent years. It's still something, the dreaded understeer, which used to be the word dreaded by everybody collected or connected to the Borgo Panigale engineering group. They're going to need to find some time in the split. They're going to trouble the Yamaha, that's for sure. Picking up a bit of time in sector 1, a couple of tenths. But yeah, still needed in that final sector just to turn their fortunes.
Still being a good time, but he's not improving in the second sector. Brad Binder improving in the first. Some soft. Robert. Okay, now Marquez is going to take his first flying lap of this set. Let's see, first sector. Not improving. Not far away, but not improving.
At the end of this session, so 1.3 back at this stage.
Good reference is Quartararo here.
With Vinales, who's had a pretty steady Friday. New circumstances for him, of course, with the new crew chief. He's going to attack now hard into turn 10. No problems for Vinales. Valentino Rossi just getting the message that he's being followed by this man who we're looking at now. It's not going to worry Valentino too much. Rossi down in 19th at the moment. Still not able to get within a second and striking distance of Morbidelli, who's at the top.
Yeah, I'd imagine that Valentino would actually rather, be in this position the other way around. Let's see where I'm missing time on circuit in comparison to Maverick Vinales.
That's the problem.